South Carolina State Senator Matt Lieber, South Carolina State Senator Matt Lieber, Mr. Family Values, Conservative Principles, or at least he was until his wife dropped a bombshell on social media. And then she deleted it, but not before the internet caught it. And screenshots took it. And so now we have receipts. So tonight, let's talk about it. And let's talk about what she posted and what it means. Now, for those who don't know a little bit, let me tell you about your great state senator right here, Lieber. Am I spelling his name wrong? I don't think I did. No. All right. Matt Lieber is a Republican state senator known for traditional conservative stances. You see right there, family is the bedrock of all this other stuff that this senator says. In this case, his wife, who is a Charleston County School Board District member, and you're going to hear some, play a video here a little bit, and that's her right there. Her name is Michelle Lieber, and Michelle was the one who dropped those things on social media, accusing her husband of extramarital affairs and some other things that I don't understand why that isn't the the larger question in this whole thing. But before we do that, I want you guys to hear a little bit from our great senator from the state of South Carolina, Mr. Matt Lieber. So you can get an idea of kind of who he is and what some of his stances are. So let's remove this and let's add this to the stage. And I want to shout out Fitz News, who is the people who did this interview with Matt Lieber. Senator Matt Lieber. And a lot of people are calling for his resignation at this point, and don't know. Do you think, he should resign because he had an extramarital affair? I don't think he's broken the law to this point, anything illegal. He broken the law of his marriage, of his marriage vows, but that's to his wife. That's not to the people of his district. So the question is he, because the wife actually came back out and said that she has still had confidence in his ability to, in his role as a senator, not as a husband, but as a senator. And so do you think that there's a conflict there? And by her saying that, by Ms. Lieber saying that, coming back out saying that after she posted that stuff, her critics were saying that she should step down as school board member because because they thought if she thought he was still fit for leadership, that was showed poor judgment on her behalf. And I think that's a stretch. The lady was obviously in distress, because she thought she knew her husband was doing what he was doing. But here's Senator Matt Lieber right here on Fitz News, and he's just doing an interview here. And I want you to listen to him a little bit.
We got a committee hearing. It's still in committee. We're still working it. That's unusual for a freshman senator to even get a bill in, finance going in those directions. So, And I'm on the record for being wanting to take up the Tennessee model, no income tax, figure out how the revenue in different ways. I'm frustrated with the House.
Senator Peel on the earmarks. You want to get rid of the earmarks?
Yes. I did no earmarks. I did some earmarks when I was first elected to the House because I was in a blue district that had been neglected in my mind. For example, Edisto Beach was spending all their money on beach restoration when they could have been taking care of their meter problem and other normal maintenance of town issues. So
No, not Edisto Beach. Not Edisto Beach having problems with their meters. Don't tell me this is a problem that is throughout South Carolina. That's just a little aside, I guess. But here we go. Go ahead, Senator.
I helped them out in that area, but since then I haven't had any earmarks. I'm for this pause on earmarks, so getting rid of them in general. But I will say, if we're going to get rid of earmarks where we can't spend money in district, we need to make sure we're getting rid of all the DEI, all the woke stuff in the budget, all the money that we're spending on stuff. If we're going to cut spending for the home district.
And that kind of talk is what gets you hired. I mean, gets you elected. When you start talking about DEI, which DEI is now, I guess it's the new affirmative action, because that's where they're attaching it. That's the way that it's being pushed off. And so, he's all about getting rid of the woke DEI and all that stuff there. Again, this is Matt Lieber, dedicated combat veteran. Can't take that from him. Small businessman. Can't take that from him. Christian conservative. Family man. Probably need to ask your wife about that.
We need to cut that spending for sure. And I'll be looking for that next week.
You've also taken a very firm stand on a local issue, the Charleston County Library Board, their members refusing to take the oath of office to hold those seats. You've been front and center driving that debate. Let me ask you a question. I'm a taxpayer in Richland County, here in the belly of the beast, so to speak, the heart of the South Carolina swamp. I guess, how does that issue, why does it matter for someone like me or a taxpayer in Greenville? How does that impact our bottom line?
Well, I think it's going to matter for sure. I have an amendment, a proviso, the budget.
Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, this is the guy who is being accused by his wife of cheating. I mean, if you're gonna legislate morality, you better live it. And so here he is talking about the Charleston County Library Board not taking an oath of office. I don't understand why that's important. That's a great question that the interviewer asked. But let's see what Senator, who is being asked to resign, has to say about that.
It's going to require all boards and commissions throughout the state to take the oath at their next meeting, or they lose their funding. And I've got, I think it was 24 senators that signed on the letter supporting that. I think it's an opportunity for real reform. If you have folks, I don't care what party you're associated with or what your principles are on any other issue, if you can't take an oath to the Constitution, you're a radical.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's a good place to stop right there. His belief that if you can't take an oath, that you're a radical. And again, more talking points, more Republican talking points, I should say. And this is that type of talk that gets you elected right now. It's a reflection of what is coming from up top. From you basically mirroring Trump, MAGA, make America great again, talk tough, fiscal conservative. So what I want to talk about though is these text messages right here. And you see right here where Michelle Lieber said that my husband, Senator Matt Lieber, is with his whore, Rebecca Madsen. And this is the alleged whore right here, Miss Madsen. Okay. Miss Madsen is the wife also alleges that he gave Miss Madsen nearly $5,000 illegally somehow in campaign funds. She was supposed to be a campaign manager or whatever, but there is no public profile or anything that says that where we can find that Miss Madsen is a I saw where she ran for office in loss, handily. But yeah. And so here's the thing that I'm also interested in, right? Let's get to those. Here's another message that she left up there. Now, this is the message that is most troubling to me, right? So, and here's the message that she left, and I'm gonna read the message as you can read along with me. For the record, we did not have an open marriage, and there's a narrative being pushed that I want to stay sober, but my husband has wanted me to drink and experiment with drugs because, quote, when she is drunk or high, she lets him play and sometimes plays with him. This is how little he respected me. And of course, she deleted these messages, which brings the, makes me like, why post this? And I get it, you upset, but why post it and then come back? But I mean, let's just deal with what's here. That's troubling. What's different from this and Puffy's freak offs? You know what I mean? They involve drugs and alcohol and baby oil. I mean, they didn't say anything about baby oil here, but what kind of drugs is she talking about? She said there's a narrative being pushed that I won't want to stay sober, but my husband wanted me to. So I guess she said somebody's saying that. I don't know. But again, who said that? I mean, again, what kind of drugs are we talking about? Alcohol? Okay, you guys are adults, but are we talking illegal drugs? Are we talking prescription drugs? What are we talking about here? Again, now, and this post was posted by this lady right here, who is the wife of the state senator. But again, where I don't know. To me, the fact that she deleted, it tells me one or two things. Either she was trying to send a warning shot, or someone close to him made him pull it, or made her pull it down. And I mean, if any part of this is true, to include the fact that if he is having an extramarital affair with this lady right here, it undermines everything he claims to stand for. If false, it shows. If it's not true, it shows a family in turmoil for the wife to end up on social media, the way she did. But I mean, either way it go, these are both of them. The couple both of them are elected officials. And again, man, the babies. So the public has the right to know, because the public entrusted them with their votes. And the text messages included pictures and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of explicit pictures. So just because somebody hops up there, because, and hey, I'm a Republican, hey, I'm a Democrat, and I am holier than thou. It's one thing to get up there and preach them family values and, talk about DEI and we're seeing this a lot here in the Low Country, a lot. Just a month ago, we had a judge accused of pushing his wife out of a moving vehicle. And these are supposed to be conservative, the conservative men. So what's happening? What's happening where somebody can, get in front of you and post these, and that's why social media is important, when it comes to vetting out some of these vetting out these public officials. And I saw something where story I'm looking at now where this pastor, allegedly, and I don't know if the story is true or not, but if it is true, it's horrible. Where a young lady was somebody wrote her a check for services for lady of the night services. First of all, she's a moron for taking a check for that kind of thing. So that's why I kind of don't believe the story. And then I think the person's like a rapper or something. So maybe this is like a publicity. I don't know. I'm looking into. But my point is trust but verify. Yeah, Pastor, I hear you. But and this is what, again, my point was, this is why social media and getting these politicians on these public platforms and having access to them so you can question and talk to them. That's why it's important. Because most of you you voted for campaign signs on the side of the road. What do I mean by that? Or you voted for a letter. I mean that you didn't talk to this candidate. You didn't listen to this candidate lay out their plan for, as to why they're running for office, why you should vote for them. No, they put campaign signs on the side of the road. So many that you really can't decipher one from the other. And we vote for it. Most of us never, ever hearing anything the candidate said or stand for, but we go and put that sticker on us and said, I voted. And now Charleston County School District has a school board member who is insinuating that that I want to stay sober, but my husband has wanted me to drink and experiment. So, where is that narrative coming from? And why would you put that out there? That's the thing. And what kind of drugs do they think your husband, because are you trying to suggest that your husband's doing drugs with this lady? Is this your way of telling that? It's wild, man. But I don't know. Tell me what you think, man. Do you think this man needs to step down? Or do you think his wife, do you think she was wrong for posting this stuff online? Or was she wrong for deleting it? Just a question. Is she wrong for posting it, or is she wrong for deleting it?